Hey, True Believers, England Teen here with another batch of new comic book reviews. And of course, as you see, the Future State is still going strong. Going to talk about Future State Teen Titans. And then, of course, I've got, like I said, I'm behind other videos. I'm behind on my new books. So I've got Juggernaut #3, and I've got Grendel Kentucky from the independent world as well. So sit back, relax, let's get this party started. And of course, first we're going to start off with Teen Titans, Future State Teen Titans #1. And I know what you're thinking. I hate watching movies that give everything away in the title. And that's what this is. My goodness, I didn't like it. I wish I did. I'm a huge Teen Titans fan as far as the team is concerned, characters, the whole 9 yards. There's some interesting ideas in here, but some of them, while they're implemented, aren't explored. Psybeast. Apparently Cyborg and Changeling. Yeah, I'm calling him Changeling, not Beast Boy. Kind of mixed together. Okay, why? It shows that, hey, they're pals in the past, and I like that. I like these scenes a lot better than what we get in the future. Some of them. Some of the future stuff, this part right here is actually pretty good. It's when they get the team together that it just becomes empty. It becomes shallow. It's a big old nothing burger, as the kids say these days. I wanted it to be more. I think it's kind of funny. I've mentioned it before in another video that it seems like every book has its own dystopian future with its own different leader who's taken over and all that kind of stuff. So are we seeing a timeline as well, or are these different universes? I didn't read the previews, so I'm not exactly 100% sure what's going on as far as all that's concerned. But each individual comic book has stood, at least, on its own merits. Unfortunately, I hate this. Look, everybody's walking away in different directions with determination. Nobody has to go in the same way. What's up with that? He says as he sees people going off to the sides in the same way. So, goodness gracious, there was just so many bad ideas in this book. And by the way, it's also one of those things where a lot of stuff is kept vague for the next issues and all that kind of stuff. At least set up your world to tell us this is your heroes, these are your villains, and this is why we need to stop them. That's all you need to know. That's all. Oh, and make sure you're giving us good motivations. You're not really getting that. So anyway, the guy in the prison here is the X guy that everybody's going crazy for. Apparently, this is something that Nightwing dressed up as in the past, and now speculators like, oh my god, this one's going to be worth $1 million because I'm going to say this, and then you're going to go out and you're going to spend more money than you really should on this thing. In all honesty, you shouldn't spend more than cover price. Not because I don't like it, because it's a new freaking book, guys. It's not worth anything before anything happens. Just saying. The book that the book that you should be going out, I guess, is the one with Nightwing as the Red X. It's ridiculous, and the story isn't worth it. On the other hand, on a company that's quickly becoming my favorite is this Upshot. We got Grendel Kentucky. I've been a fan of this book. I like kind of the whole what is that? I'm seeing a biker TV show that I was going to talk about, that Anarchy, Sons of Anarchy. I like that kind of crowd. I grew up around it. I was always afraid of them. Like I've got relatives that are very much like these guys, but I thought they were a little bit too rowdy and all that kind of stuff. But they always intrigued me, and this is those kind of people. Well, we find out in issue #2 that there are monsters in the mines, and here we find out, yeah, they've been being fed by the patriarch of the town, like hobos and all that kind of stuff thrown in. I'm like, oh, Grendel Kentucky. Okay, I get it now. I get it. You're going off of Beowulf. This is just a weird telling. It took me 3 issues, ladies and gentlemen. I was slow, but I got there. Okay, but yeah, that's what we're getting here. It's a retelling of Beowulf using country folk, using hillbillies, if so the Kentucky hillbillies. It took me a while to get there, but I was like, okay, let's see how this plays out. I mean, I appreciate it. It is an adaptation that I didn't get right away. I like that. You know, you don't have to tell me, hey, we're adapting Casablanca. I just, if I don't quite recognize it, then maybe it's a good thing, because it's like you're getting a new story. Still, that is what it is, and it's an exciting story. You got the action, you got the monster play. You have no sympathy at this point for the monster, which I think at a certain point you're supposed to have. At least that's what I got anytime I read or even saw the Beowulf movie. But yeah, it's entertaining. The daughter of the patriarch, the guy who was feeding hobos and everything to the creature, decides she's going to put an end to all of this. But the thing is the monster and feeding these monsters, or I'm assuming there's more than one, that caused Grendel, Kentucky, the town, to actually flourish. So the whole thinking is, if the monsters die, then Grendel, Kentucky as a town is going to die, and what's going to happen to the people? Of course, the only benefit has been, according to the daughter, and what she sees, is financial, and I guess everybody could move if it means not killing people. Wouldn't that be a good idea, you would think? Either way, this is an exciting story, man. Upshot is awesome. I haven't read too many things I didn't like from this company, and I'm seeing this book all the way through to the end. Okay, gang, next up we've got Juggernaut number 3, and you know what? I gotta say, not a lot from Marvel really impresses me. I don't find Marvel to be a lot of fun anymore, to tell you the truth. And then they started a Juggernaut series, and I picked it up on a whim. The number 1 was sitting on the shelf. I went, all right, whatever, let's check this out. I mean, you know, because I generally roll my eyes at villains becoming heroes now, especially with how many heroes are becoming villains or acting villainous. So I picked this up, and it's a hell of a lot of fun. He meets this little girl, and he's part of damage control, knocking down weak buildings and all that kind of stuff, the Juggernaut. And he just befriends this girl who's got a YouTube channel she's always trying to hype up. We get a little bit of Juggernaut's past, how he failed the bands of Sidorak, and then he lost the bands of Sidorak, and he reattached himself to them. And it made me think, okay, so why just him? Are there more people who had these? But they do kind of allude to the fact that they've got a bond with him. So like this guy right here decides he needs to kill Cain in order to gain them. But I guess it's kind of like a Harry Potter wand thing. If you kill the person that the bands are attached to, then you get to use the bands yourself or something weird like that. But all right, hey, I don't make the rules. I just read the comics. We do get a little bit of a fight between the Juggernaut and the Sand Woman. Okay. Never heard of that before, but actually I have. Don't worry about it. All right, but yeah, and it's entertaining. Like I said before, the book, and here's something I don't say about a lot of Marvel books. The book is fun. It is. It really is. I do also like, was it this issue? But there is a scene where Kane's in court, and they're talking about the whole Spider-Man thing, the 2 issues he was fighting Spider-Man. And he's being sued by the construction site. And the lawyer's like, well, as you can see, it was Spider-Man that stole and used all of their cement to stop the Juggernaut. The Juggernaut had nothing to do with that. And I thought, yeah, that is true. And that's one of the things I've always complained about as far as a lot of superhero, modern day especially, is that they don't really care about the people they're saving. You know, they say, hey, we're trying to save you and all that kind of stuff. But, you know, cars get destroyed, buildings get destroyed, people's lives get destroyed. And it's kind of fun seeing somebody stand up and say, hey, yo, what you're doing is wrong. Either way, I'm sorry, I'm rambling. A lot of fun. Juggernaut number 3. I'm looking forward to number 4, which I'm pretty sure the review is going to be coming up in a day or so. So check it out. Anyway, I do like to sum up things at the end, and I always put them in order from the one I like the least to the one I like the best. And I guess it's no surprise that Teen Titans is going to take the least spot. It was a bad book. Hopefully it gets better as it goes, but for now, holy crap. Juggernaut is surprisingly fun, and I'm not talking about silliness or stupidity kind of fun, just entertaining, the way you want a comic book to be. And then finally, Grendel Kentucky, the best of the bunch in this particular video. And I gotta say, I kind of like the whole action adventure horror element to it. And it surprised me. I did, even though it's called Grendel Kentucky, I wasn't thinking, okay, this is a retelling of Beowulf. That's on me. That's on me. I know. I know. I'll get better. I promise. Anyway, gang, those are my opinions. What are yours? Let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to click like, share, subscribe. That's a lot of green. I just noticed this is the closest hat I found right here, and I just put it on. This is a Christmas present. It's the tiki room and all that kind of stuff. So I can't find my other one, the one with the pins, the homegrown tourist hat. So I was like, okay, here it is. Let me just pop that on and everything. And then I just noticed this is a lot of green. Look at that. This time I look like the freaking Hulk's less intimidated brother. Okay, I'm all ready for St. Patrick's Day. Okay, anyway, guys, you know the drill. Click like, share, subscribe, the whole deal. If you haven't done it already, go on over to Patreon or Ko-Fi. Help out the channel. Help us make videos for you. And this is, by the way, how I try to keep the lights on in the house for the family and all that. So I'd like to thank everybody who's already done that. And to everyone, all of the true believers, I look ridiculous. Thank you very, very much for watching.